Good morning everybody. Today I will be discussing about storage class and preprocessor in C. Okay. Now storage class previously also many times what I did is I had declared int x5 or something. By default if I don't give anything before int, it means auto. Okay. Now this declaration of int has a limitation. Limitation means suppose here auto int x equal to 1, within this a bracket, within this another bracket, here again int x equal to 3, y equal to 3. Now this printf will be printing 3, not 1. Why? Because in C a variable is local to the auto variable is local to the block in which it is declared. It is declared here, so it is only x is only visible here, and this local declaration of x will have more precedence, will get more precedence than this x. If I didn't have a x here, then I would have got printed this, but because I have a x here, this x will be printed. Let's run, execute it. Okay, and another thing, suppose here it comes as an error y. Here this printer line number 10, y error, y undeclared, but we are declared y here because it is within this bracket. That's why y is only visible to this printf. Outside this bracket y is not visible, so it is saying undeclared. Okay, now so since y is not there, we cannot print y. Now execute it. Value of x, first printf value of x equal to 3, y equal to 3. Outside printf, within this block, this bracket, there is no declaration of x. That's not an issue, because if x is not declared, it will take this x, because this has been declared outside this block. A block is specified by brackets. This will be printed. So x equal to 1 and y is not there. Okay, the thing is, a variable is only known within that block. If there is a block within that block, then also that variable will be accessible within that inner block, provided there is no such declaration, no such variable with the same name declared within that inner block. Okay, but anything declared within the inner block will not be available outside the inner block at all. Okay, so this is auto. If the variable is of auto, then okay, because see, register is also there. Register is same as auto, but only thing is register, the variable is kept in the CPU register. In CPU registers are there, RAM is there. Here also this int x will be kept in RAM, but register, if I write register int x, then it will be kept in register if space is available. If it is not available, it will be kept in RAM only. Okay, now both this automatic and register, there it takes garbage value. It doesn't initialize it to 0, but this static storage class initialize x to 0, Okay, if I hadn't written x equal to 5, it would have initialized to 0. Okay, and many other features are there here also, which is this. See, main is the starting point of the program. Function, 3 times I am calling this function. Okay, int x within function is declared as static, but y is not. Y is also an integer but not declared static. Okay, 3 times I called function. Let's execute it first. Okay, first x equal to 1, y is also 1, then x equal to 2. Okay, first time function is called x equal to 1, y equal to 1, this printf prints that. Next time x equal to 2, even though x is initialized 1, next time, first time called x got initialized to 1, y also initialized to 1, printf 1 1. Next time function is called y is initialized to 1, that's why you have y equal to 1 next time also, but x is no longer initialized to 1. It will hold the value between function call, that's why static. Okay, it gives 2. Next time again I call function, y is again 1 because it is initialized to 1, it's an auto variable not static, and x is printed as 3. Okay, so static variable hold value within function calls. Okay, that's the only difference between auto and static. And many other differences are there. Basic difference is this. Many other differences are there. Like if I use static as external variable, then it is different. But for now, static initial is to 0 and hold value between function call. Then what comes is external storage class, extern int x, like here it x it okay, is extern int x. Here it's global. Global means suppose function this is a function, same thing, extern int x printf x plus plus, same thing, x equal to 5. Here I am declaring x equal to 5, printf x, then I am calling the function. Within that thing, extern int x. What does this extern tells? See, here I have declared one variable as int x equal to 1. Okay, now the compiler will go on comparing from the very first line. If I don't give this extern and directly use x, if I had given int before this function, this statement, if this statement is there before this function, then this statement is not necessary. But because I had given this statement below, so this extern int x is necessary, because otherwise the compiler will give an error. Okay, so extern int x, this is just a declaration. This declaration will not going to allocate any memory space. This is just a declaration, but this is declaration as well as definition, so it will going to allocate memory space of 4 byte. Okay, so x declared and defined outside of any function, so x is available to everybody. Okay, so let's execute it. and see. Value of x is 5. Then function x equal to 1. It's not 5 because x is auto variable. Its life is within this block only. Okay, outside this it is not available. So x will take the value of 1. Here it's 1, so it will going to take this variable. Now if I had declared another, suppose another variable called int x in this function, after that this statement will going to take the value of this, not this. Okay, local variable always get precedence over other variable. Okay, local variable will get always precedence over other variable. Okay, if since no x is defined here, so it takes the value of this x equal to 1, value of this, because there is no definition of x here, it's only declaration. And if I had defined one variable as x and made that thing 6, I would have get the result as 6, because local variable get precedence over global variable. Okay, and it get initialized to 0, like static. This also get initialized to 0. Now macro means this hash include. What I am doing here, hash include. How macros are used? Hash define. Macros like macro expansion. This thing hash define pi 3.4 means anywhere pi will be occurring, compiler will going to use 3.14 instead of pi. Hash define and this, so anywhere condition and will be required, instead of doing 2 ampersand I can use and. Okay, hash define between x greater than 25 and x less than 100. Anywhere I need to do this boundary checking within if. See, within if I am doing this. Let first execute this. Value of r is suppose 60. Okay, what I am doing here, just perimeter area of a circle I am using pi r square. That is what I am doing. Okay, now between wherever I need to do a bound checking, whether x greater than 25 and less than 100 or not, I can use between. After that, within between I can give x, I can give any value, r int r, print r, scanf r, input I am taking, r I gave here. Okay, so I am just passing the value here, and between this, it means this. What compiler is doing, the moment I wrote between r, it is putting this value in place of between, this value. It will just check r greater than 25 and means what, this. So instead of and, the compiler will going to put in ampersand 100 greater than r. Okay, if between r will be replaced by r greater than equal to 25, and here also will be replaced by this and 100 greater than equal to r. And what actually will going to get replaced and become is within f is r greater than equal to okay, what actually got replaced between r is this. Okay, it means between r statement means the compiler will replace this part with this part. After that coming is PRI. PRI is what? Nothing. It means nothing, but compiler is still not giving an error. It is printing something. It is printing printf, because within PRI it's printf. LF is double perimeter r. Now what is this perimeter r? Again, perimeter r is no function, but it is defined as a macro here is pi. And what is pi? 3.14. so what actually is becoming here is printf LF. What actually becoming is okay. What actually is replaced in place of PRI is this 3.14 into r into r. Okay, perimeter here is replaced by this, and again pi is replaced by this. So what actually is happening? First I am just checking whether the value of r is greater than 25 and less than 100 or not. R is greater than 25 and less than 100 or not. If it is, then print, otherwise do nothing. So here I am not getting anything. Value of r, suppose 4 I gave, no answer I will get, because not more than, see, value I am getting, proper value I am getting. So compiler is giving no error. But if I hadn't given this, so what actually is we are doing is giving a new definition to a particular non keyword. Like pi is a non keyword, and is a non keyword, between, these are non keyword. We are giving a new definition to it. Okay, now why this is important and why this is useful? Suppose this pi is used multiple times in this program. One change here I can affect every occurrence of pi value. Okay, otherwise I would have to go to an each and every pi I have to change the value. Instead of that, I can do it once and all will be affected. Second, the speed of execution. Speed of execution for constant, these are constant, these all are treated as constant, is much more than variable itself. Okay, see, speed of execution for constant is more. Code management as one change affect all, unintentional changes cannot happen. Okay, suppose we made the value of pi unintentionally within this program. If it is declared as a variable, pi can also be declared as a variable. If I do that and unnecessarily change that thing to some other thing, program will be affected, but here it will never be affected. So hash define, we are giving a new definition. Hash include, this is also a preprocessor directory. Okay, these are all directory preprocessor. Hash include, hash define. So what we are actually doing, this studio.h contain the library function which we are using for printf, scanf. Now every function has to be defined or declared. Okay, either scanf and printf are already defined by the compiler itself, so we don't need to define that, but it is there in the library. Okay, so we will not be defining it, but we need to declare it. How, what will be the argument, what types of argument it takes, like that thing we need to declare it. So that declaration is there in studio.h. We are just telling include studio.h in this program, in this source code. The moment it will going to include, we will get all the prototype of the functions, scanf, printf, like standard functions are there, we will get it and we can use it. Okay, if we haven't done that, then without a definition or a declaration of functions, scanf, printf would have given an error. Okay, so it is for include. For include path also can be specified, but that will be done later. Okay, path can be specified, and if we could have even given the include like this, just with a quotation, then it means current directory and other directory also, current directory and the path. Okay, now conditional compilation. Sorry. Now this, suppose this program hash define printx t. Printx is a non keyword, we are giving a new definition to it, t. Define 5 equal is d is nothing, so we are defining d as 5. Then if def printx, what, first execute this program. Oh. Printx, see, first is printx, output is printx. What it actually does is, if define printf, if printx is defined like this, it will going to compile this part, otherwise this will be ignored. That's why it is called conditional compilation. Okay, if the code is huge, you don't know which part to which one going to compile. If suppose you are doing some code for client and the client go on changing specification, then conditional compilation can be used. Okay, if print is printx defined, printx is output. If define print y, there is no print y defined here, so this will not execute. Else print y inside end if else, print y into end if else, because print y is not defined, it is giving this. We can do it in a reverse way. If not defined, if not defined print y, yes, print y is not defined, so print y inside if end f, print y inside if end f. Okay, if printx equal to x, yes, printf equal to x. Oh sorry, I had given it as t, so it is outputting as t. Last time it was t like this, it was t. No, print x equal to x, no. Print x equal to y, no. Else print x is not x, not y. See, print x is not x, not y. Okay. D equal to 5, yes, d equal to 5. D is 5, d is 5. Okay, then we are doing undef print x. We did define print x, here undef print x. Okay, after that print if define print x, no. See, we same line, same condition is here print x define, but here print x is, we are undefining print x, so here print x is not defined, so else part will going to execute print x inside if def else. Okay, after that printf print d 5, print d is 5, directly 5 is printed. Okay, okay, directly 5 is printed. Now if I had defined d as variable here, I could have done that, then these conditions we couldn't have checked. Within if, it should be a hash defined value. Okay, suppose hash define is not there and d is equal to 5. If I take away the comments here, I will be getting, here d will not be checked, and else part d is not defined, compiler will take as d as not defined because it's a variable now, so d is not defined, so else part will going to get either 5 nor 6 will going to get executed. Okay, same thing. That's all. If you like this video, please subscribe it. Thank you.